Hello everyone, welcome to day three. And today, what we are going to do, we are going to start with the second meeting discussion. What all things were discussed over the second meet. So for that, what I need, I just need to open my Google Docs. So just give me a second. Yeah. So basically, what all things we covered yesterday, we covered that what all, uh, how we can carry forward with the things. Carry forward with the things means how can we apply trend? Okay, how can we apply MCP servers? How our AI agent will work, right? So day before yesterday we discussed about what all are these things, and yesterday we discussed how we can implement these things, right? So what's the agenda of tomorrow? Okay, what's the agenda of tomorrow is what was discussed in agent code. It's a beginner summary. Means like after Kiro and Strand session, we meet move to AWS Agent Core, Amazon's platform layer inside Bedrock that helps you to deploy, run, and scale agentic AI application safely in production. Okay, so till yesterday, what you have did, you have already built your model, and right now, what you have to do, you have to just deploy your model over the production level. And what do you understand by production level means like how can you sell your product. For example, if you're building this application or this model for some specific organization, okay, and this model is being handled by a client, so what you have to do, you have to make it at a production level. So what that client can earn money with it, and you can also earn money from the client simultaneously. Okay, so this is what the production means, that you have to deploy this model, you have to build this model like a production level, so that you as an individual can also be able to sell it if someone needs it, right? So what's this stages? You can see here two stages is there. First is build, second is host and scale. Okay, host means you have to host your application, then you have to scale your application, right? So the tool we will be using here is first it's Strands SDK and KOID. KO basically what we have been discussing past few days. And Strands SDK, you also knows what's the meaning of strands. Okay, we have discussed over past 2 meets. So if you have any confusions or anyone who is new to this meet, what you can do, you can just go to the same playlist of Super Hack 2025 and you can just watch the videos from the start, from the day one itself. So what it will happen, you will understand what all terms you are going to understand here. So it will create and test our agent locally. Then what do I have to do? I have to put that agent in the cloud so that it can run reliably, access data, and serve real users. Serve real users means the users which is you and me. Means like we can be also the part of this product, right? If we have some organization, right? And if I want to buy this, so whom I will go? I will search you guys to see that okay, if your product is good or not, so that I can use and my employees can use simultaneously. Okay, so I have to put that agent inside the cloud and so that it can run reliably, it can access data and it can serve real users. Now we will discuss upon what is AWS Agent Core. Okay, so Agent Core is the deployment and orchestration brain for your AI agent. This orchestration layer, it's like if you would go to my AI projects, that a single playlist is there, and in that 12 videos are there. So if you go and watch those videos, you will be able to see that what this orchestration brain is and what this orchestration layer is, right? I have explained each and everything in detail there. So you will be able to understand. So what are the various steps inside the agent scorer? We have to define an agent definition and it will tells the AWS what's the agent job is, which model it uses. Okay, so it will tell my AWS particularly what's the agent inside the job is. And the second step, not basically the second step, the second feature we can tell we have to add a acknowledged database, and what this will do, it will this will retrieve company's data documents For FAQs, the agent can read through RAG. So what is RAG? I have already explained earlier. So someone who is building this AI prototype must be acknowledged with these all terms. Okay. So why I'm moving forward, because I'm understanding that you guys knows what the meaning of RAG and how it can retrieve the data. Okay, what is the functionality of RAG? Now, the third, what it will do, it will connect function calls as well. Function call and function definition. What do you mean by function calls? So it will connect all the function calls so that agent can trigger backend actions like API, Lambda databases. So these are things the backend can do. We have to connect all these things, and this who it will be done by AWS Agent Store. Now we have to configure memory plus context window and how much past conversation the agent remembers. Okay, uh, we have to configure our memory also and the context. It's like, is the agent able to recall the past chats which we have done? Right, you have using ChatGPT, right? So let's take a normal example. So in the particular chat, whatever you are telling a GPT to do, so what it will happen, it will give you the relevant data of that particular chat itself, right? So is it remembering, or every time is it just hallucinating? So to remove hallucination, okay. So now the last is there, last step, manage observability and guardrails. And what it will do, it will control the cost, safety, and logging. All these things it will able. In the simple terms, you upload your agent logic. Bedrock handles all the heavy lifting, scaling, security, logging, hosting. These all things will be done by Bedrock. So here also you can understand what the meaning of Bedrock was there. We have discussed here, right? Amazon's platform layer inside Bedrock. Okay, we have. So I hope you have understood by the term Bedrocks. Okay, now the key concepts explained in this session was that agent definition, that will be file which will be particularly in JSON file, and again JSON file is unstructured data. And what it will do, and what it contains the agent name, description, and all these things. And now what, after that what I will do, I have to define the function definition and the code that perform real action, things like get ticket status and all these things. If you are building a simple uh, web development web app in your final year projects of BCA, then you might understand all how these things looks like. For example, if you are building any Python basic project like employee management system or ticket collecting system and all these things, if you have built it, you can be easily able to understand what this particular second point does. Okay, so I am assuming that all of you know some basics of it, right? Now third is invocation flow. Invocation flow means how it will invoke it. So first is will be the user, then it will go to agent, then it will go to model, then it will go to my tool, some API, and then it will give the response. So like this, my model will work similarly. Not basically my model, but my workflow will be there. Now the knowledge base integration, I will connect all the S3 documents or databases, so our agent can read company policies or help docs. So these all things, again, it will depend upon company to company. So it might change, right? Now monitoring and log, CloudWatch plus Bedrock console, so latency, model calls, token usage. Okay. So these all things are nothing but technical terms. Okay. And when we will implement the same thing inside the project, you will be able to understanding in a much better way. Now we will move on to the sixth step, which is security and permission. Okay. So what it will do here, each agent runs with a limited IAM role, only APIs. It's like there are certain permissions you give whenever you are calling any API, whenever you are integrating with any APIs, right? So there are certain conditions and limitations so that you want every agent to follow it. And also, what it does, it helps in keeping our production safe. Now, understand why AWS built this, to move developers from local experiments to enterprise grade AI agents. Local experiments means the projects which can work locally in your environment, but it might not help someone who is external. Means like it will not help some public or client, or means like externally, right? And By these things also you can understand that serve real users, the real time users will handle errors. It will scale automatically with the help of the data. You don't have to just update it again and again, right? And it will stay secure as well. Now these all things were there, which was discussed, right? So I'm keeping a meeting short. Why? Because so that you can understand it, you can re-watch it again and again. You can just keep making the notes. You can pause the video. Okay, you can keep making the notes so that you can understand it. Just keep pausing the videos and write it so that you will be able to understand. So here we have discussed. Tomorrow we will discuss how we can implement these things, and later in this project I will tell you how we can move ahead with the same thing. Okay. So till then you guys just keep making the notes, and I hope you will go with the pace. Okay. I am going slowly for this. Uh we had 10 days to build this model. Okay. And right now today is the, I think, third or fourth day. Okay. We have 7 days time. So we will be starting. It's like I'm going slow. It's not that. In fact, I will be building the model. The explanation step will be 1 day earlier. Okay. So by this, the workflow will go. So to you, see you tomorrow at the same time. Till then, goodbye. Take care.